James Stewart wasn't just fast, he was a different kind of fast. His speed wasn't purely about aggression or talent, it came from something more refined. His ability to process speed more efficiently than anyone else. This is what sets elite riders apart from those who feel out of control when they push harder. It's not about horsepower, it's about how quickly your brain can keep up with what's happening on the track. And this idea extends beyond motocross. In Formula One, drivers use the same concept. Some even train in fighter jets to expand their brain's capacity to handle speed and motion beyond what they'll face on the circuit. Speed perception, the real limiter of speed. Most riders believe speed is built physically, through fitness, aggression, or raw skill, but the true limiter is neurological, speed perception. It's your brain's ability to read terrain, adjust your body, and respond instantly, all while moving at race pace. Some riders can handle high speed with complete control, while others feel unsettled the moment they push outside their comfort zone. The difference is how fast their brain can process and respond. Trash. Think of it like frame rate. If your brain runs at 60 FPS, race pace feels controlled. At 30 FPS, everything becomes chaotic and unpredictable. James Stewart, he operated at 120 FPS. His brain processed faster than the rest, making race pace feel manageable, even slow to him. Why motos alone won't make you faster? A common myth in motocross is that grinding out full motos is the best way to get faster, but that approach keeps most riders stuck. Why? Because motos are about pacing, not speed progression. You manage energy over 15 to 30 minutes. You ride at a sustainable rhythm, not your upper limit. Your brain isn't being forced to adapt to anything new. Pacing helps with endurance, but it doesn't expand your speed perception. What actually builds speed perception? To increase true speed, your training must challenge your brain, not just your body. That means exposing it to higher pressure, faster decision scenarios. Tighter drills and short sprints are the key. They push you just beyond your comfort zone. They demand rapid reaction and sharper visual processing. They train your mind to handle higher speeds in shorter bursts. You physically can't sustain these increased speeds for a full moto, and that's the point. These drills stretch your perception, which then makes normal race pace feel easier. F1 drivers and fighter pilots use the same approach. At the top of motorsport, F1 drivers don't just drive, they train their brains. Example, fighter jet training. Drivers like Lewis Hamilton have flown in fighter jets to expand their processing speed. Returning to the track, the car feels calmer by comparison, even at over 200 miles per hour. This isn't about reflexes, it's about perception under pressure. When the brain adapts to higher input speeds, everything else slows down in comparison. That's how top drivers maintain composure in chaos. Motocross has its own version of that. James Stewart built his advantage the same way, but on two wheels. He trained in complex environments that demanded constant adjustment. He spent time in high-pressure sections that forced rapid thinking and body control. By the time he got to the gate, his brain had already experienced harder situations, making race conditions feel manageable. His processing speed was built through exposure to difficulty, not repetition. How Stewart trained his brain differently. 1. He developed in demanding conditions. Stewart grew up riding unpredictable, tight, and rough tracks. He wasn't just doing laps, he was navigating problems constantly. That constant adaptation built his ability to process faster than his peers. 2. He focused on technical drills. Rather than pounding out motos, he trained in intense stop-start sections. Supercross-style drills forced line changes, quicker vision, and tighter execution. These moments demanded more from his brain than wide-open tracks ever could. Tracks. 3. He learned to ride the edge without crossing it. Stewart rode closer to the limit than anyone, but stayed in control. He used his eyes and body to stay ahead of the bike's movement. He was responding to what was about to happen, not what was currently happening. Final thought, you can't outrun your processing speed. James Stewart's speed wasn't just raw ability, it was neurological. He trained his mind to handle intensity and pressure differently. He improved his speed perception through tight, uncomfortable drills. He built the ability to make lightning-fast decisions, and that's what made him different. If you feel like you've hit a wall in your speed, it may not be your fitness or technique. It may be your brain. Train your perception and your speed will follow. Have you been relying on motos to get faster? Try flipping the script. Tight drills, short sprints, higher intensity. Let your brain do the work and then watch your race pace transform.